Hello, Thorstad here with another easy Lego upgrade. This time it's the Lego Overwatch Watchpoint Gibraltar set. I don't know anything about Overwatch. I've never played the video game before, but I just thought this set looked really awesome. The space plane is a really awesome build. It's cool how it separates out into parts, and there's a big huge storage compartment in the back. And I was really pleasantly surprised by the build of this whole platform. It was a lot more detailed than I thought it would be. But I had one problem with it, which was how do I get my astronaut up to the top here? He's got to climb up the ladder, I guess. But what we thought we would do for this easy Lego upgrade is build a little elevator for him that would come up here so that he has easy access up to the space shuttle. So to do that, we're going to use these parts here. We've got our collectible minifigure astronaut here. You can pause the video here to take a look at the parts that we've got anywhere along in here. Most of these are pretty generic. The only really specialized piece is what we're going to use for the cart, which is one of the new roller coaster pieces. If you don't have one of those, Bricklink is a good place to go. Otherwise, everything here is not too specialized. We got a couple of little decorative elements, and then also we've got this one very large 2x16 plate, which may or may not be part of your collection. But to get going with this, we'll start by modifying the set as it is to begin with. And to do that, first we'll take the space plane out of here just so it doesn't fall over. We're going to start with this little radar dish, and we're just going to move it onto the track piece right beside, because what we're going to do is we're going to switch out this track piece and this track piece in order to have a free track for our elevator to go up and down. So we'll start by taking off the top platform, and then we'll take off this front track piece, and we're going to take off the side track piece with the very nice decorative element here of the piping. So we've got this 1x2 piece that came with it. We'll just put that right onto the front. Oops, lost a piece here. Just came off the bottom here. So we moved over this whole section. We got these 1x2 tiles that are holding it into place. And then we had what used to be our front track piece, which has got this circular tile and then has, again, all of the attachments up here. We're going to take off this grill piece. This will be discarded. We won't have to reuse this. It's just going to give us some room for our elevator. But otherwise, all that track assembly will go right back on. And then we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment to the top platform. We're going to take off, as you're looking at it like this, we're going to take off this railing. We're going to add in a 2x4 light or dark bluish gray plate, a corner plate, and then we're going to use a 1x2 modified plate that has the little ratchety end. And that ratchety end connects with a clip piece that we'll use, and just a real loose connection, but it's works out pretty well for us. And then we'll take a 1x8 tile. We'll put that over the top. It just hangs over by one stud, but that's all right. And then we'll put on our railing piece again. Now all of this assembly can go right back up on top. And we're done with our modification here. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not actually done with our modification up here. We got the top done. We got to take a couple of pieces off the bottom to make some room here. So this part is going to come off. This wedge piece and the 2x4, that'll get discarded. We won't use that. We'll take off this 2x2 round brick. That will also get discarded. And we'll take off this bracket piece, which will also get discarded. And then finally, we'll take off this 1x8 plate with two slope pieces. The slope pieces we're going to keep. The 1x8 plate will get discarded. And that's all the pieces that we will discard. So now to build out the bottom part of our platform here, we're going to have a little staircase to get up to our elevator. We're going to start with 2x8 plates and our really big 2x16 plate. So we'll just put all three of those together, and then we'll start connecting those with some light bluish gray tiles. We'll put a 1x4 all the way at the end, another 1x4 up here towards the front. We'll put two 1x3 tiles in the middle. If you had a 2x3 tile, that would obviously work well. We didn't have one. And then to keep up with some of the decorative elements on the rest of the platform, we're going to take 4 of these 1x2 slopes, and we'll just put those on. Again, if you had a 2x2 in the middle here, that would work out well. We didn't have that in our collection, but this works out fine for us. And then we had that ratchety piece at the top. We're going to put one at the bottom here too, but first we've got to put a 1x2 plate on. And then we'll put a ratchety brick on top of that 1x2 plate. And then we're going to build up our staircase. So we'll start at the front here, and we're going to take a 4x4 plate in black, and we're going to put 2 dark bluish gray 1x4 plates underneath, just to get everything up to the correct level. And we'll put that right at the very front. And then we'll put on a 1x2 plate. We've got a 1x2x5 brick. On top of that, we'll put a 1x2 translucent blue. We chose that only because the center part of the column has that same kind of color scheme. And then we'll put on our staircase, which will attach to the pillar and our little black platform there. And then just to fill out the staircase, we'll put on a 1x4 plate. Last bit here, we're going to reuse those 2 slope pieces in red. Put one on either side. And then this whole platform is going to slide right underneath to attach right here. Now with our platform built up, we can start working on our elevator cart. So for our elevator cart, we're using this base, this roller coaster base, and we're going to build this out starting with a 2x4 plate that's going to sit up just one stud here. So it kind of hangs over top of this little clippy bit. Then we're going to take a 1x3 plate. We will take a 1x2 plate, a 2x2 plate, and then on the side here we're going to use, I said we're going to use these clip pieces that are going to attach to those ratchety bits. So it's 1x2 clips. This one is only hanging on by one stud there. Then we'll do a 1x3, and then one more of those 1x2, which will also only be hanging on by one stud. We'll cover all that up with a 1x6. And then on top here, we're going to start to build out studs on the side, because the platform where the astronaut is going to sit is going to ride right across here. So we'll take a 1x2 brick with studs on the side, a 1x1 brick with one stud on the side, and then behind that or underneath of that we'll put a 1x3 brick. That'll just give us a little bit of support there. On top of this, to get the spacing right, we'll do 2 2x3 plates. So that'll give us our 2 before we build out our next layer here. We'll do another 1x2 brick with studs on the side, another 1x1 brick with studs on the side, and again we'll back that up with the 1x3 brick. We've got this 1x1x3 stud high brick. If you didn't have that, you could just do 3 1x1 bricks there. And then we'll put on a little bit of support here with a corner piece. and then a 2x2 plate, and then we'll put just a couple of tiles, a 1x4 tile and a 1x3 tile, just to make that smooth and nice. Like I said, up top here, we're going to put our platform where our astronaut's going to sit. So we've got a 2x6 plate. That'll sit there, just kind of hangs right over top of this little clippy part there again. On the back here, we're going to put one of these 1x4 with a little decorative element, fencing element, just so that our astronaut's got something behind them. And then on the side, we're going to take two 1x2 plates, stack those up. We're going to take a 1x1 tile, put that there, and then we're going to build out a little safety mechanism for our astronaut. So we've got a 1x1 with studs on two sides, and on one side we're going to put in this little clip which will hold up our flag, and on the other side we're going to take this bar piece that's got the bar extension. I think they are often used in the fire sets for the hydraulic pieces, and we'll put that in, and this is going to be our restraining device. And these two pieces will kind of touch in the middle there, so you just got to kind of adjust the spacing to where you're comfortable with it, but that'll be able to rotate up and down for our astronaut. And then we've got this flag that came with our astronaut. Obviously, if you didn't have that, no big deal. We're attaching it with this bar piece, and we'll put that into the clip. And then this piece will just sit right on top of our platform there. And now we've got our cart all built out. So now we can put our cart onto the railing. It can just rest right into the ratchety piece that's on the bottom right there, and then it can take the rail all the way up to the top and sit on that ratchety piece right up at the top there. So I get it clipped in. It does not want to clip for some reason. There it goes. So once we get that clipped in, and now we've got an elevator that can take our astronaut from the top, from the bottom up to the top. Now he doesn't have to climb the ladder, so our astronaut can sit in here on his little elevator platform. We can put his bar down here for safety, and up our astronaut goes, so that he is now ready to get onto his space plane. That's a little bit challenging to do with one hand. So now if we had our space plane in place, now our astronaut can climb on over, hop into his space plane, and he's got a good way to do that. So this was our easy Lego upgrade here for our Watchpoint Gibraltar set, just to create our elevator for our astronaut. If you like this easy Lego upgrade, go ahead and like the video. If you've not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can be the first one to see our videos as they come out. And thank you very much for watching.